Yes, lads, JOEBILINE here, and today we've got how I beat Benfica in the Master campaign, the penultimate campaign node, Master 28. 2-0 down against them, 100 overall, and you've got 80 minutes to do it. Obviously, if you've been watching my other ones of these, you'll know that we go over stuff, so you may, if you're new here, I'll be repeating stuff. If you've watched the other ones, you may hear stuff you've already done. But 4-2-4 is the formation that I was using. I was 4-3-3 before early in the campaign, struggling, switched to 4-2-4, and it's helped me no end. I can't stress how important I found 4-2-4. I've also heard 3-4-3 is good as well, but 4-2-4 has been brilliant. It changed it up for me. I was struggling before 4-2-4, and then that took me further. So with Benfica, you have got the luxury of having extra time, although you're only 2 down, so you need to score 3, and you can do it inside 120 minutes, as opposed to 90 minutes like Juventus and the United match. Although you probably aren't, if you haven't got to United yet. Saying that, with this one, I think if you can beat Munich, well, if you can beat Juventus, I believe in your ability to do the rest of them after Juventus. Once you've beaten Juventus, I believe in you. If you're struggling with any of these, but you've already done Juventus, just know deep down inside you can do it. Just believe. Just believe. That's all you need to do, because you can do it. If you can score those 4 against Juventus in 90 minutes, you can do the rest of them. The harder, but you can score the goals. It's just about being a little bit more precise with the others. United, you need luck. With this, though, I guess it's also a case, it's 100 overall, so the hard players, obviously I'm doing this with an 85 overall team. As your team gets better, the passing gets better, the speed gets better, the shooting gets better, it will get easier, but it is doable from 85. You just need to essentially follow these simple routes. For defending, you want to have second defender always on, and you just want to sprint tackle to let it auto and let them glide into them. Go for that pincer attack, switch around, make sure you've always got a player that's running at them from in front, and pretty much most times they will go straight into them and crunch them, and you can then rebuild. Now, one thing that I found I was struggling, what hampered me, was if I tried to rush the go. So what you want to do is not sprint. When you're attacking, unless it's a case of in your own half and you want to break and you go down the wings, wing play and you've not got a defender near you, you can afford to sprint a bit. But if there's any chance that a defender's near you, you need to not sprint. You just need to get the ball, look for the space, pass into the space, and then shoot like I've just done here. You need to, like I say, you need to, them lucky bouncers are a godsend, because it gives you that space to then pull off a crossed shot, diagonal, power shot, buttons over slide this year for me. I was a slide loyalist past 2 seasons, but this year I switched to buttons. I just find swipes aren't consistent or responsive enough compared to buttons, where it feels like getting those power strikes in, those angles can take you all the way. So yeah, use buttons and that'll help. Personally, like I said, I was a swipe loyalist, but you just want to look for that space, pass around. This is why 4-2-4 is helpful. You want those 4 attackers in a line. You can literally pass around them, wait for a defender to draw towards you, pass around, find the space. They will be on too tight, like you see there, but over time you'll get through it. You need to obviously watch out here. We got lucky there because did I do Benfica? No, I did Benfica on my second go. Because on my first go, they ended up scoring, and I was fuming. I was like, they got through. Defender, like, player switching, I find is unresponsive at times. But you just wait for that, like that, and then you pop the shot off. It's all you need to do. Long shots are very crucial. I didn't find Benfica's keeper as hard to beat as I did PSG's or Munich's or Juventus's. Saying that, though, I scored 4 past Juventus. It took me ages. I had at least 15 attempts on Juventus, though. Benfica, we did on our second go. Although, saying that, it did go to extra time. So, obviously, from this stage, we were still thinking, I don't know, because I was under the assumption that from Juventus onwards, there was no extra time or penalties for any of them. Obviously, we then found out in the PSG game that there was, well, it went straight to penalties. You didn't have the 30 minutes of extra time. From 90, you just went straight to, well, it actually said you went straight to 120. But essentially, you went straight to penalties. In Benfica, we found out, after not being able to break them down, that it does indeed go to extra time. So we had that extra time to we had extra time to have extra time to try and score. Yeah, I've just said that. But as you can see, we were just, nothing was really being created. We were panicking a lot, to be honest. Passing, I don't feel passing's good enough on this game. Maybe it's my play. It's like, I feel one thing, obviously it's a new engine, but also we tried to compare how we were last season. And obviously for the majority of last season, for the last few months at least, we was using all these high ranked up players that were max stats, and now we're back to using players that passing isn't that high. We was used to passing, most of your players towards the end of last season would have been like 120 passing, if not higher. So now we're using players with like 70, 80 passing. They're not going to be as consistent. So maybe it's the game and it needs better passing accuracy. Maybe it says we'll have to see. There, he just didn't respond quick enough. I was trying to get that shot off, but he tackled us. And this was where I thought, okay, let's see what happens next. Do we go to penalties like PSG? Is it end? Oh no, we've got extra time. So then I was like, okay, this is a good start. We can go from extra time. We've got that 30 minutes to score at least one more. And that's what we wanted to do. So we pulled it out wide, looking to pass that back in. And it didn't react how I wanted it to. But then we got lucky here and smashed it home. Luck plays a massive factor when you put those tackles in up the pitch, because you want to get onto them straight away. Second player, second defender pressure, sprint auto, and in certain situations you get lucky like that and it will just fall to you and you can get a quick smash shot underway. And that was it, 3-2 up. And then we was like, let's keep pushing. Obviously, realistically, I should have just took the ball back, because you'll find if you played campaign, if you go back to your own half, they don't always tackle you. So we could have killed time, but instead it opened up again. We made it 4-2, 20 minutes to go. The pressure was off us now. We could even afford to concede a goal if we wanted to, but we just wanted to see it out. And I always find if I am seeing it out, I want to see it out up the pitch as possible, but it didn't feel like any worry. So we just carried on playing naturally. Half over, 15 minutes to go. 15 minutes till we're a day away from destiny. 15 minutes till we have to try and score 4 goals against United inside 90 minutes. Because I know for a fact against United that there's no extra time. There's no penalties. You have to score 4 goals in 90 minutes. And that's going to be tough. Everyone says it's tough. Obviously, they've got De Gea in net. Very good keeper. And we've seen how good the keepers can be in some of these campaign matches. That PSG one in the last one was very, very hard. But we just kept looking for opportunities. And we know with 5 minutes to go, they probably didn't even have enough time due to how fast the clock goes to actually come back into it. So we were just looking for another goal, to be honest. And the keeper finally decided to make a save. 2 minutes on the clock to go. We had a corner. We was going to pass this out. Got a bit lucky there, and then got a bit lucky there. But 120 minutes, we knew the game was up, and we'd finally beaten Benfica on our second attempt at extra time. That was very vital, but we knew that would need to be better if we wanted to beat United. Obviously, we got some rewards, which was the same as all the other ones, basically. I think there were 5 players at the end. Nothing worth shouting about. Obviously, you'll see those in a second. But, of course, do leave a like if this has helped you. Subscribe if you're new here. We'll have the United campaign out later. And as this closes out, you will see that I got, who did I get again? Clucas, Missouri, Papadupalupalupaloopalos, Bayer, and Marcel. 79, not too bad, but not an elite. Peace. But behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.